Yo, what is good YouTube? We are back with another video. Today's video is going to be the Seek and Destroy profile. Before the video starts, I want to say thank you for all the YouTube support. And if you're not in the free Discord, go join it. It is linked down below. But for this video, I'm going to show you how, well, not easy because trading's not easy, but how you can predict what New York will do if we are in a Seek and Destroy profile. So what is Seek and Destroy? It's whenever London session takes the high and the low of Asia, we can anticipate New York to do the same exact thing. So right here we have this Asia session. These blue vertical lines are separating the sessions. So right here we have Asia. We see Asia's accumulating, and London opens up and makes a move higher to take out buy side. We displace back in the range and then go take the Asia sell side, right? So whenever we see that, whenever we open the charts for New York session, we can anticipate New York to do the same thing. So we see we come back up, take the London high again, and then we have London high up here, London low down here. New York opens up right here. We take out the high, displace back inside the range. Right before we take sell side, we rebalance something and then go take out this sell side. So right here is what you can anticipate New York to do whenever we have the Seek and Destroy profile. Now, if you don't have the indicator, it's right here, S&D profile. I don't know if I have it favorited. S&D profile. I don't know what the indicator is. Seek and Destroy. Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to find this. Seek and Destroy profile. Use that so you can get these boxes which separates London, Asia, and New York. So right here, what do we see? We see London takes out the high of Asia, comes down and takes the low of Asia, right? And then New York, 8:30 open. What do? We come down, take the low of London, and then where do we go? We take the high of London, right? And after we do that, you can anticipate that we are going to chop out the rest of the day, right? But as you see, we continue higher. So right here, what happens? Well, there actually really isn't an entry on the 5-minute unless you souped this low, because we are anticipating Seek and Destroy, right? You can soup lows and soup highs if we are anticipating a Seek and Destroy profile. But if you don't want to do that, we can go to the 1-minute. Where's your entry? This unicorn CISD entry right here. As you see, we come up, take a London high. So right there, very easy to anticipate what is going to happen in the New York session. So right there, great example. Another example we see right here. What do we see here? We see London takes the high of Asia, takes the low of Asia, and then New York opens up at 8:30. This is obviously news. We slam to the downside after taking London high. But whenever this happens, we can anticipate the news wick being the draw. So as you see, we have the news wick all the way up here. And if we go to the 5-minute, you can see we have an imbalance here. If you don't want to take that, I did take this trade. I took my entry right here on this fair value gap. I remember this now because I'm looking at it. Where did I get out? I took it off right here at this SMT with the ES, right? So once again, very easy to predict. London takes the high and low of Asia. We anticipate the same thing in New York. So right there, great example. We have a news wick being the draw on liquidity. And what happens after we take that? Consolidate, dump down, and then we chop out the rest of the day. So another great example of what happens during Seek and Destroy. Right here, we do not get Seek and Destroy. So this is going to be an example of when we don't take the high and the low. Oh, dude, I need a new chair. High and low of London. So right here we see Asia is taken out, right? The high and the low of Asia is taken out. So when do we predict that New York won't do that? Well, if we have created a protected low, actually we did right here. So we've created a protected low on the higher time frame, the 1 hour. Why is this protected? Because it's an intermediate term low. So we sweep this sell side and we create a short-term high or low to the right of it, right? Short-term low until it's confirmed. Right here, that is confirmed whenever we have another swing low. So short-term low, intermediate-term low. This is whenever you can predict, and we have created enough PD arrays to keep us from going back down there. What PD arrays did we make in this session to not allow us to go down there? Well, we rebalanced. We have order blocks here. We have a breaker block. If we go to the 4 hour, I actually remember what we made. Actually, no, it wasn't this day. Never mind, sorry. But right there. Also, the 15-minute right here, we see we rebalance that. What happens throughout this session? Create an order block, tap it. This order block holds up, actually propulsion block holds us to just continue higher. So right here we have an example of enough PD arrays formed, a protected low formed to not allow us to go down here. So that is a good example of when we can't anticipate both sides being taken. Right here, what do we see? London takes out the high of Asia, low of Asia. What does New York do? We take the high as soon as we open up, and then we go the whole way down and take the low. Then we form a low down here and just blast off to the upside, right? We don't quite get to this high, but seek and destroy, you can predict, hey, we might return up here or back to equilibrium of the range and chop out, right? So 5-minute actually gives you a great entry. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure we form an SMT somewhere here with the ES. So turtle soup entry, fair value gap, sell the entire way off. So I hope you guys are starting to understand when and how to predict this. Right here, what do we see? London takes the low and the high of Asia. What does New York do? Takes the high, takes the low. And in turn, what does this create? It creates a broadening formation, right? We can see we're taking lows, taking highs, and it's creating this, right? We take lows, take highs, and it just keeps making this broadening formation, right? So this is what is happening on the charts. Where's one more? We'll do 2 more examples right here once again. So we'll go down and see what didn't allow us to come down to this low down here, right? So let's go to the hourly. Okay, so what happens? We come down, take the Asia session low, displace out of it. We don't, there has to be an SMT there. Let's go check and see. Actually, I can't do it on this because there has, what day is this? Friday the 24th of May. Friday the 24th of May. 24th of May, somewhere in here, right here. 24th of May. That's March. That's April. April. 24th of May is right here. So, right here, what do we see? 24th of May. We create an SMT at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. So that is what keeps us from going down lower, is this SMT, right? We create an SMT. ES takes this low, so it's a lower time frame SMT. Boom, right there. And then this candle closes above these 2 down close candles that took out this swing low. So we have a breaker, we have order blocks. That is what is keeping us, right? PD arrays keeping us from going back down lower. So once again, we see these PD arrays that hold us to continue to the upside. So one more example right here. What do we see? London takes the high of Asia, takes the low of Asia. What does New York do? Comes down, rebalances some of this, hits this breaker right here. Then we go up and take the high of London. Let's see if there's an entry on the 5-minute. I can't go to the 1 minute here. Right here, CISD. We do not end up taking the low here. Why? Because we formed a high probability order block. We take sell side, close above this candle's body, displace higher. Another change in the state of delivery right here. Hold this order block, continue higher. Before we go take out London's buy side, we continue to hold this fair value gap, and I'm pretty sure we honestly might form an SMT right there. So here's your soup. Then we go take out London's buy side, right? It's honestly, once you start to understand the seek and destroy profile, it is super easy, right? We saw it on Friday. We did not get to London high, but what do we see? We take out the low, and we honestly don't really make any good moves the entire day, right? I took one trade on Friday. I was what did I take yeah, I took a trade on Friday. I can't remember. But we pretty much just chopped the entire day, right? No expansion moves, right? Make a move higher, come straight back down, up, consolidate, down, expansion higher, disrespect all these bullish PD arrays. They're not taking us to London high, come down, take out these lows, and chop out the rest of the day. So seek and destroy profile, extremely easy to anticipate what's going to happen when you understand what's going to happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and join the free Discord.